Hey, what's up guys, this is Averroes and welcome back to my channel.
Oh, sting aku, yahoo!
In this video, I'm going to be talking about the type of jobs or careers that you guys can pursue after you've achieved your law school degree. In general, I would just like to say that applying for a job or a career when you have a law degree is not always a case of becoming a lawyer, a judge, or a public prosecutor, because in the future it is full of mysteries and full of ambiguities, possibilities that will happen in the future, because today and the future is dictated and it is determined by the actions, the decisions, and choices that you make today. I would like to refer to some famous video games, for example, Detroit Become Human, Little Hope, Man of Medan, Simulacra, Late Shift, and Death Come True. Those are some of the famous video games that I've watched, and I think they've came up with this sort of hypothesis or theory known as the clairvoyance effect, where again our present actions and choices and decisions will affect or have a different variation of outcome in the future. For example, if you enter law school, there may be a 99% of you to become a lawyer. However, what about the 1%? If you guys watch Avengers Endgame, Doctor Strange told Tony Stark about the chances of saving humanity and avoiding the disintegration of half the human race into ashes and dust. Well, that one probability, that one chance actually came true. It actually materialized. So I think that concept also applies into our current scenario. Again, it's based on your own volition and how you steer yourself through the kaleidoscope of life. There are many reasons to why people want to pursue law. Perhaps it's because of the encouragement from your family, your friends. They perceive law to be a prestigious and noble career in upholding and dispensing justice. There are people who think that perhaps by studying law, you could become policymakers. You can become the person who changes and plays around with the policies and the laws that's implemented in our country. Maybe go to parliament and become a politician and uphold the rule of law and fight for the interest of your clients based on your human rights and fundamental liberties within the federal constitution. Those are the basic gist, and perhaps other people might have different interpretations or reasons as to why they want to pursue law. Those are the common reasons as to why people might want to. In the end, even though you have the 99% of becoming a lawyer, that 1%, let's take for example, we have Yuna, who is a famous world-renowned singer both in Malaysia and internationally. Even though she studied law, she's an alumni of UITM Law School, but she ended up becoming a singer, and that's one rare occasion. That's something, in my opinion, is something out of the world. It's something that you watch in the Avengers Endgame and in video games like the ones that I've mentioned before. And it's not necessarily that you will become a lawyer like Yuna. And I've observed that there are other seniors, other alumni, when they've graduated from law school, they didn't pursue and become lawyers in the end, and instead they've opened up their own businesses, and they've made movies, and they opened up their own restaurant franchise. Because yet again, you have your own choice and decisions in life. For the purpose and objective of this video, I just want to talk about what are the particular and specific jobs related to once you've graduated from law school. Firstly and obviously is that you might want to become a lawyer. And in Malaysia, if you want to become a lawyer, first things first is you need to get that law degree. You did all of your final exams and you've got your CGPA, and then you've got the scroll on the stage at the perhaps day one chancellery, right? And that's not all. Even though you have that degree, you have further steps that you have to take. If you were to study law outside of Malaysia, then you need to sit for an examination called the CLP. However, for students who study locally, after you've got your law degree, then you have to go to a firm and apply for pupillage. And you have to do that pupillage for 9 months. After you completed 9 months, only then you are considered to be a qualified person, have your name listed on the roll, and you may admit to the High Court in Kuala Lumpur. However, this is slightly different for students who are from Sabah and Sarawak because they have to admit to the High Court in Sabah and Sarawak. Secondly, you can become a deputy public prosecutor or a public prosecutor. Well, there's a difference between a deputy public prosecutor and a public prosecutor, because a deputy public prosecutor is the one who is appointed by the public prosecutor prosecutor, and the public prosecutor is at the same time the attorney general. You may become an attorney general / public prosecutor, or you may become a deputy public prosecutor. And what they basically do is that they go to court and represent the government and the public interest in issues related to crime, maybe murder, drugs, human trafficking, perhaps rape or theft, robbery, and yeah, matters to that, or maybe sedition, defamation, and other criminal laws you may find in the penal code or other statutes. Thirdly, you can become judges, and type of judges is also different based on the hierarchies and levels, because we have the superior courts and you also have the subordinate courts. In the superior courts, you have judges of the Chief Justice of the Federal Court, you have the President of the Court of Appeal, and you have the High Court judges, and they are all appointed politically. So if you want to get those positions, you might want to get involved in politics, and only then you may get to those posts. The same applies to Attorney General, because to become an Attorney General, you also need political connections as well. And for the subordinate courts, you can become the magistrate or session court judges. And I would like to say that it's not politically, it is in some way politically influenced, because you are appointed by the state authority and on the recommendation of the chief judge. Yeah, there is some sort of political influence because it involves the state authority, which includes the sultan, and it might even extend to the minister of that state. Apart from that, you guys may also apply to have a career or job in statutory bodies, because these organizations or bodies, they are established by law and they have to follow that act or law. And if you were to become a member, or if you were to become a worker in those statutory bodies, you might as well need to understand their law and become their officer, or become an administrative member, or become a legal advisor to that statutory body, which includes maybe SPRM, includes the GAPJ, includes the immigration, it includes the customs, and many other statutory bodies. Last but not least, you guys can become legal advisors again in banks and other corporate businesses, and that actually depends on their rules and regulations. So if you guys want to apply for Maybank or Bank Rakyat or CIMB, or if you guys want to apply for Sime Darby or Petronas, maybe you guys need to check with their rules and regulations. For legal advisors, they will probably look at your law degree, and there will be other requirements. So therefore, to wrap up this video, if you guys want to read my article about this video, I've made a longer article about this video. I've put more statutes and provisions to explain them further and gave more emphasis about this video in my article. So if you guys want to read my article about what kind of jobs and careers that you want to have in the future, that's in the description box below. So with that, I want to say thank you guys so much for watching this video and spending your time, and I guess I'll see you guys next time. Thank you very much.